17 cars on the grid for the 5-lap touring car Group N race for touring cars built before 1964, sort of the race of the oldies, and some glorious oldies amongst them. On pole position is John Virgo's Ford Mustang with a time of 68.8 seconds. Beside him on the front row is Peter Roach in a Lotus Cortina, 70.8, and on the third row, on the third position on the front row, is Tony Hunter's Cortina, and they're racing. Lotus Cortina goes to the lead. Coming down the outside, coming down the inside rather, at a great rate of knots is Bruce Combs' Chevy Impala.
Gigantic motor car operating on the part of the circuit that most suits it. The 3.8 Jaguar of Barry Battagol on the outside of it. The Mustang slotted in that took pole position, John Virgo. There's the Studebaker. FX Holden's at finally a lone Cooper S. But it's Jupp running away in the Lotus Cortina, a purpose-built race car in those days. Light panels, very highly tuned engine, and the car behind never ever made for this sort of activity.
This is a comparatively small Chevy Impala, in fact, running only a 5-litre engine. Some of them have run up to 7.
Very small buckets used as pistons. Mustang closing on it on the bowl, where the Chevrolet, with its gigantic weight and overhang, tends to get a little bit untidy. The much more compact Mustang, and a great sales success in its day, gets much closer and comes off the bowl very quickly. Getting up close to challenging Jupp from Victoria, but the Chevrolet pounding its way down the straight and into the lead, but won't hook through the first corner first, I don't think. Yes, it does. Makes a liar of me from the outside of the track, needing every bit of it. Jupp to third, 2 V8s leading. All on radial or cross-ply tyres of no less than 70 aspect ratio. No racing tyres permitted. So life very slidey and a bit imprecise. Through the twisty stuff, the Mustang heads the Lotus Cortina.
Oh, and he's gone.
It goes wide.
He's gone.
And in fact, still in second place. He did get out wide and untidy. 2 Lotus Cortinas, third, fourth. Another one, fifth. The H. Holden, sixth.
Amazing to see the Chevy Impala out there. Norm Beechey, sitting in Melbourne at the moment, will be on the edge of his seat with excitement.
In fact, it's a rather gentle pace that it's pursuing as it comes onto the bowl, and the Mustang, John Virgo, goes into the lead. The Chevy tucks in behind it.
Then gets out of the draft and goes for it under brakes. Car itself a monstrous air down.
Travelling at about a similar pace that you'd rush to a McDonald's about 20 years ago in San Diego or somewhere similar. Waving to the young ponytails on the footpath.
It's nice to be with a man who can remember, Will.
Oh, this is brave. He was trying for the inside in this most mammoth motor car. But very wisely, Bruce Coombe taking the less exacting line. Still in second place. The Lotus Cortinas, 3 abreast actually, as they head onto the bowl and make a little bit of ground on the 5-litre Mustang, the 5-litre Chevrolet.
And the 3 Lotus Cortinas between them, not having as many cubic inches as the Mustang in front of them alone. Now the Chevy Impala winds up again, not so much siding through the air as barging into it down the long straight. And he's on the outside and marginally ahead of the Mustang, but won't hold him under brakes.
Yes, braking system's not allowed to be changed, so these things pull up with a gentle lethargy, which becomes greater as it goes on because they're prone to overheating.
Adelaide International Raceway, not the circuit for that sort of motor car, because the tighter circuit suited the Impala as it could lean against fences to stop.
Look at it, and if you could feel sorry for anything or anybody, it'd be the tyres on the Chev and then the driver. He's having a ball, actually. And it's got to be one of the exuberant, fun things to drive. A ton of power and about as much imprecision. And he can really chuck it around and have a lot of fun. And now the E.H. Holden closing on the bunch. It's really very close battle. Just 2.93 seconds separating the top 6. Led by John Virgo, followed in the Chevrolet by
Bruce Combe. Then comes Peter Roach in the Lotus Cortina, number 77. There he is there.
The Jaguar, to its disgrace, Barry Battergall, back out of that pack. Dear oh me. The Jaguar's resurgence in racing, they would be ashamed, because they were very prominent in saloon car racing in the 60s in Australia and England and Europe.
Tony Hunter in the Lotus Cortina is in 4th position. Then comes Barry Jupp.
Virgo, things nicely in shape, line picked well onto the bowl for the final time.
And will there be a last moment challenge from the Chevy Impala? He swings up onto the bowl.
No longer has to worry about slowing the car, so he can give it everything. Doesn't matter if the brakes end up in a steaming mess, but Virgo will win from home. And in 3rd place, Peter Roach in the Lotus Cortina, number 77.